two, one.
G'day, I'm Chef Robert Zaya, or Chef Zaya, and welcome to the Center of the Plate. What I've done, folks, is I've created a book and an app all based around recipe and menu genesis. So I want to demonstrate that for you here today. Now, what I've done, when I just got hot out of college out of Kansas State, I had all this information. I didn't know how to compile it and to make good recipes and new ideas all the time. So I put it into a book, and now with technology, I was able to put it into an app. With my brother's help, he's an app programmer, and I'm the creator of the app itself called the Center of the Plate. So I want to demonstrate that off my iPad today. So I'm using the Apple TV on the big screen here, and I'm going to demonstrate a couple of recipes and how this app actually works. So you can see it right here on the screen, so I'll punch it up on my iPad, and you'll notice some music. And so what I've done is taken culinary arts and I mixed it with video gaming sounds and a few touchscreens like Star Trek, if you will. So you'll notice the tension music in the background. I have a musical background, so what I was able to do was blend in some of that musical creativity into the culinary creativity. So let's fire up the Center of the Plate. Now what you'll see here on the screen is a flow chart, and the flow chart is a way of thinking. It actually walks you through recipe and menu development. And so what you're able to do is take an idea, the Center of the Plate item, which is, you'll see right here, and we're gonna create something brand new. So say you're in the kitchen, you go, gee whiz, I don't even know what to make today. You know what, I'm tired from the buffet yesterday. But with the app, it gives you the creativity and the ability to start something new. So let's do a simple recipe like chicken and noodles. So I'll just go ahead and begin with the Center of the Plate. And there we go. And you see as I scroll through the selections, it's got pretty much everything in the Northern Hemisphere, from vegetables, fruits, herbs, you name it. But we're gonna do something real simple and something just real basic. We're gonna go with chicken. We're gonna do a chicken and noodles dish. So I'm gonna choose chicken. And if you'll notice on the screen, I have my selections of chicken. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna choose a roaster because I just wanna cook this off, take the meat off of it, and then we're gonna add noodles and all sorts of good stuff. Now you notice on the screen, we already have roaster chicken, so I want to choose a pasta. Now you can make fresh pasta, but we're just going to go right into the selections and scroll down to pasta. And so we pop right on down through the fruits here, and we'll go right into pasta. There it is. And then we get a selection of pastas. You can see all the selections there. Now I'm going to choose egg noodles because I'm just making a simple chicken and noodles dish. Now, if you're in Kansas, you eat it over mashed potatoes. So we're gonna do mashed potatoes. So we'll go back in. Now I could do it later in here, but we're gonna go ahead and do it from a vegetable selection. So we're gonna look for potatoes, and you can see potatoes right there on the screen. And I'm gonna go in the traditional fashion of potatoes and choose russet for Idaho. And we have russet potatoes. So if you can see on the screen there already, we have all the selections for making great chicken and noodles from Kansas, okay? Now, another thing I want to do is I want to season that chicken. So I'm going to go into my spice and spice crust bubble selection. There's the music. And we're going to go down to salt. You can see salt there. And then we're going to add some pepper. We're going to choose just a basic. Let's just do we'll do a finishing salt. And then we're going to go up to pepper, and we'll choose simple black peppercorns. Fantastic. So already, you can see down here we've chosen our seasoning part. Now we're gonna do some cutting manipulation for the dish. So we wanna mash the potatoes, but we wanna chop up the chicken after it's cooked. We're going to mash the potatoes. So I've chose mashing, and that should be it for that. And then let's go into cooking technique. Now pay attention to this sound. It's particularly interesting. My brother chose this. It sounds like a fire or like you're cooking. So we're gonna boil the noodles, and we're going to bake the chicken, and we also are boiling the potatoes. So another thing you always want to keep in mind when making a brand new dish, and this is so forgotten on many culinary levels, is balance. So check it out. So in balance itself, and you get that at Genesis, the fire and lightning. Okay, great. So anyways, you've got all the the seasoning parts over here: sweet, sour, bitter, salty, umami, piquant, and heat. And then you also have all the parts of texture and the other parts of balance: tender, crispy, warm, hot, cold, aromatic, shape, and then color and pigment. All very good factors for making a great, well-balanced dish. Now, we're going to have to make some kind of sauce to go with the chicken noodles. Most people would call it a gravy, but we're going to call it a velouté for culinary sake. It's just the horse sense here. You got to have that. Okay, so velouté, and we're going to go with chicken velouté, or a chicken gravy, if you will. And there you go. We've made chicken and noodles with the app. Now, here's the really excellent part. So we go to menu. So I'm going to push menu. Pushing menu. So far I've got the whole dish set up there. Chicken and noodles with mashed potatoes, Kansas style. I'm going to save it. And it gets saved down here. Now I've got a couple other things I was making, so I'm going to delete those. Very simple to do. And what I'll do now is I'm going to reset everything before I send it to myself or send it to a colleague. Fantastic. Okay, so there's the menu. Now notice in the left corner here, we're going to upload that devil. We're going to send it to myself or a colleague. So by mail or by message, I can send it to Gmail, but I'm going to send it to mail. So I'm going to send it to myself. And here is your selection for that. And we're going to send it to Starlord, which is my email. And there it is. So I'm going to send it to myself. And I'm going to show you what the menu looks like. And it's gone. So if you want to see it, once you're into the sending part, you can go to see, and here's your menu. There he is. And this is a visual representation of Paul Bocuse, but it's got my name. And there's your entree. Mashed potatoes with chicken and noodles. Fantastic. So let's do something else just for kicks. And let's go and make, we're going to make a vegetarian dish because that'll be fun. So let's go to vegetable. Let's do an asparagus dish. It's still kind of spring in Washington, but not totally. So let's do green asparagus. And let's do something interesting with it. Let's do a batter. Let's tempura it. So we're going to go down to batters. It's the first selection there. And there's many batters to choose from. Beer batter and so forth. So we're going to go with a beer batter, which could be tempura. And we're going to do a cooking technique, which we're going to fry it. Obviously, deep fried's best. So let's go to deep fried. There it is. And choose deep fried. And then let's do a garnish, such as a remoulade or something like that. And if we scroll down, there's a remoulade. We're going to go into the part where it is the mayonnaise. And you got to work with it a little bit. Sorry about the getting stuck here. We're going to go with the remoulade. So that's a dipping sauce we're going to use for the beer battered deep fried asparagus. So we're going to go ahead and put it into our menu, and we're going to save it. There it is. And then we'll reset it. And then we're going to send it to ourselves. Now this time we're going to go ahead and take a look before we send it. And here's our menu. Paul Bocuse and the rest of it. There it is. Our beer battered asparagus and so forth. So you can see the magic and what it can really do for you. It gives you endless variety of choices, endless variety of technique and theory here. So please join me and try the Center of the Plate. Go to thecenteroftheplate.com to see the app. And the Center of the Plate in the Apple Store is already available, $2.99. So anyways, thank you very much for watching. This is Chef Saya. Catch you later, mate.